we are back with Vampyr. Guys. This. I'm actually really excited to play this again, because this game is pretty sweet. So far. So far. It could change. Where the hell's my stream? Oh, right, so let's go this way.
Come on, I don't have all night.
Yes, Nurse Crane? How can I help you?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr. Swansea wanted you to rest, but we have somewhat...
A crisis, you said?
Our supply of antiseptics is nearly depleted. I was hoping there was another box up...
Sorry. There's nothing here.
Some of the patients won't last the night without them.
I may have a solution. In France, during the war, drugs shortage was a daily...
However do you mean?
If combined correctly, certain household chemical products can be used in a pinch instead. Now, where's the hospital storeroom?
The storeroom? Fat chance. This is the Pembroke, and space is luxury we don't have. Everything used to be stored in the old morgue.
Perhaps I should look there first.
It's the large building behind the hospital. You'll need to go in the back door because it's been sealed off for sanitary reasons. Take this key. It opens a small back entrance at the end of a narrow street.
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door at the end of a narrow...
Yes, Doctor?
Why then do you...
At the...
You're...
We... Lo-
That's all for...
So. Because I actually want to go and do this mission. Where is it? Enter the backyard garden.
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody...
How do I stun enemies? sec, guys. Yeah, angle.
So, Mr. Hooks and Nurse Hawkins are an item. Those two have hidden their affections well.
Oh, what the fuck did I just do? What is that move that I do? That's neat. I wish I could do that. Sorry, my buddy's having a rough day, so he's just messaging me. What the fuck? Wait, whose wallet was it? Is there like no way of me like looking at the shit that maybe I just have to ask somebody. Let's see.
Yes, Doctor?
That's all.
Really?
Daily routine.
Good evening.
Good evening, Doc.
Goodbye.
Oh, you prick.
Good evening.
Evening.
How close are
Aren't she? How she and it. You know.
Goodbye for now.
Where did the crazy bitch go? Here she is.
Good evening, Miss.
I need blood, Doc.
Tell me, Thelma.
I'm not sure, Doctor.
Do you plan to make him?
Of course not. How could I inflict my curse on anybody else? I'm not...
Would you say you and Mr.
No.
I'll leave you.
I don't know who the owner of this wallet is, so I'm going to search up here. Might be one of these, like, patients. Okay, that's my room.
Not now!
Fear and disgust on every street corner. The daily routine.
Hello again, Goodbye, Mr. Ham. I cannot enter.
I wonder why the Goswicks came here in the first place.
Damn. The pain. It's here again.
Good evening, Doctor.
And good evening.
Oh, I think I know who it is.
Goodbye, Doctor.
It's this guy.
Don't waste your time with me.
Good evening, Mr.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Tell me about your injury, Harvey. Why do you feel so guilty?
My wife died because of me. And now I may lose it.
How could your job be responsible for your wife's death?
I was working a double. She went out to bring me a hot meal and got caught in a German bomb.
You can't hold yourself responsible for your injury, Mr. Fiddick. Unless you tried to hurt yourself.
Of course I didn't hurt myself. But I can't work until my arm is fixed. My children need to eat, Doctor.
Tell me more about the death of your wife.
1915. I was in the army.
What happened? I'm sorry for your loss. So many died during the bombings. I served in France and witnessed the carnage.
I would like to say that she didn't suffer.
True. How are your children?
They were smaller then. The only good thing about this is my Ellen didn't bring them with her that night.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
Isn't the guy? What?
Reads me like a book. I never could keep anything from her.
Okay, now.
Good evening, Doctor.
And good evening.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
Who the hell owns this damn wallet? Is it this guy?
Good evening.
No,
Rick.
I don't want to talk.
I suppose that this pain is the reason you're here.
Yes,
Could you at least tell me
Mortimer.
how painful is your throat?
So painful I'd rather not talk.
I'm sure you realize a doctor and his patient have to communicate.
Not really.
I see. Then maybe it's not just your throat that hurts, Mr. Goswick. Perhaps your sore throat is just the consequence of something...
Yes, maybe. But I don't want to talk or even write about.
But in the circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Tell me about your...
I don't want to talk.
I have to go now, sir. But don't
Sophie's
hesitate to
wife.
contact...
I'm all right. Don't waste your time with me.
Good evening, madam.
It's my son who needs...
I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
I'm Beatrice Goswick, mother of Mortimer.
What do you think of your reception?
I have had the uttermost reservations about this hospital since we arrived.
Is there something in particular that's bothering you?
Some of the staff were not especially welcoming. I suspect they're not accustomed.
Tell me more about your arrival at the Pembroke.
The ambulance driver was quite rude, for a start. And that nurse, Miss Hawkins, seems to have quite a dubious attitude.
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my son despite the epidemic. It was a relief, but it wasn't cheap.
She charged you for a bed?
Yes, and I paid without question, considering the urgency of...
I share your concern, Mrs. Goswick. Be sure that I'll talk to the people involved.
I don't expect compensation, Dr. Reed. But I'm aware such behavior would not be tolerated in other hospitals.
What can you tell me about yourself?
Not much to say. Just take care of my Mortimer and I'll cover all...
Are you really that rich? Most of the patients here are of a more humble origin, if I may say so.
Yes, thanks to my husband. May he rest in peace. I can cover any needed medical expense.
May I ask if you have an
I'm a teacher by profession. I teach young women who are more ambitious about their futures than their family.
Goodbye, Mrs.
Good evening, Doctor.
Oh, fuck off.
Goodbye, Mrs.
This hospital seems to be falling apart.
Good evening, Mr.
But in the circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Why did your mother have you hospital?
My mother just wants the best for me.
Pembroke Hospital may look unorthodox, but rest assured...
It's not me you have to convince, Doctor.
Is your mother bothering you? As your doctor, I can ask her to leave you alone if you would prefer.
That's tempting, Doctor. But you have no idea what my mother is capable.
I have to go now, sir.
I'm all right. Don't waste your time with me.
This hospital seems to be falling apart. But in the circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Ella.
I'm quite busy.
Tell me, Waverly, what do you think of Dr.
Strickland is playing with his patients' lives for pride and glory.
Are you thinking about something in particular?
Harvey Fiddick needs delicate surgery. I believe we should stick to the usual procedure. But my young colleague...
And are you not afraid that your rivalry with Strickland may be blind?
Rivalry? I guess you could call it that. But I will never be childish enough to let my personal feelings affect my judgment.
Why do you wish to leave?
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick should not be butchered to test an unproven procedure.
I really hope you're right about this, Doctor.
I'm not the kind of man who runs away from his
Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
Who owns this wallet?
Good evening.
And good evening to you.
Goodbye, Dr. Strickland.
Words to calm the children, Ella. As for me...
Good evening. Goodbye, Miss...
What the who the who owns this damn wall? How do I even know who owns this thing? It was whatever.
Good evening, Nurse Brent.
Good evening.
Goodbye, Ned. Good evening.
Dr. Reed.
Goodbye, Doctor. Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doc.
I have some good news.
What? The epidemic's...
I retrieved your wallet. With all...
Well, yeah, Pippa Hawkins is my girl. So what?
Not at all, Milton.
Good. Please, take this money anyway. To remind you to keep your mouth shut.
Why do you have such a mediocre reputation?
Fuck them. Nobody knows the horrors I've seen since working here. This city was sick long before the epidemic.
I know it's a difficult task, but correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not the job you are paid to do?
I've seen babies left to die while their brothers were properly...
I'm sorry, I don't know what to...
Yeah, exactly. So excuse me if I don't look on the bright side of life.
I'd like to...
Wise choice, Dr. Reed.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doc.
What's going on between...
Pippa's tired. Tired of all this shit.
During the war, I witnessed a few couples, just like you, come together in difficult circumstances. It can be very damaging.
Maybe you're right. But we support each other. And that...
You do realize you could both get fired. Hospital staff are not meant to have intimate relationships.
Come on, Dr. Reed. Do you know how many rules are broken in this hospital?
Goodbye, Milton.
And I thought last summer's epidemic was different.
They came up about... Let's see what came up.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Was it her?
Goodbye, nurse.
Maybe it wasn't her. What the hell? Got crazy.
Perhaps I should have considered the offer from that Callaghan fellow.
This is no time for second.
Another night of the glorious battalion of Pembroke.
Yes?
That's all for now. Good evening.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Pepper, I know you're very...
Yes? Milton Hooks is my man. If you want to report me for that, just feel free.
I have no intention of reporting you, Nurse Hawkins. But are you aware of the risks?
The rules say I won't be allowed to work as a nurse.
Is he worth...
Hey, I'm no perfect woman, and Milton is not the finest bloke. But we do our best to get by. That's all any of us can hope for.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
Alright, so let's carry on and go to the old one.
to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. This sickness moves faster than influenza. Balls of Mars, fortifiers. As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful. This key will surely grant me access to the basement.
It's like... Oh, what the fuck? Watery, rich blood sample?
These scowls feed on corpses and the husks of animals. They're not after blood. It's locked. Mr. Connor's injuries don't match the report. I'd better look into this.
God, whatever, man. Why the fuck is it not working? Fix something here, guys. Oh my god, really? I was waiting for my abilities to fucking regen so I could heal myself, and that's what happens? Really? Oh my god. Really? Oh, what the fuck? Get me out, you fucking assholes! Why doesn't it save right outside the boss fight? Like, why do I have to do the same shit I just did? Yep. Don't let me attack him, then. Oh, this is stupid. Another fight that can't just be the boss. What the fuck? Is there not a walk button? Like, really? I'm gonna keep on doing that until I get killed by this thing.
Skulls can be so ferocious. I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger. To drink blood is so tempting. Sodium hypochlorite. Dangerous to administer, but efficient in the proper dosage.
What's marked here?
Watch yourself!
Oh, you fucking bitch. What's up, Damon? Kind of both.
Stupid bitch! Murdering bastard!
I'm on fire. I love Blade. Blade is one of my favorite like movie characters. One of my favorite Marvel characters. I think he's Marvel. Could be wrong. I think he's Marvel. I grew up with Blade, so that was my my go-to movie. One of my favorite movie series. These stamina bars are fucking stupid. Oh my fuck. These guys in video games act like they're fucking slow. Like, I could probably chuck this thing around maybe 200 times before I'm finally like, you know what, I'm really tired. And I'm a vampire. A fucking vampire. They don't get tired. They don't just like, you know what, I should probably go grab a Diet Coke or something because I'm really out of breath. Like I said, guys, boss fights aren't boss fights. They never were, and they used to be, where with you versus the boss that you were after. And now you can't even fucking get that out of the game. You always have to be interrupted by some arseholes or some fucking goons that these guys just throw on you. Like, really? Come on. Yeah, kill me. Might as well. Not like I can fucking do much anyways. Yeah, but I'm also a vampire. Vampires have, like, super fucking speed healing. Why is my character taking, like, 9 years to gain back, like, 25% health? Like, bullshit. Takes me 90 hits on an enemy, it takes fucking 4 and I'm down to like no health. Really? Yeah, and guys, honest to God, I'm not like a party pooper when it comes to any type of video game. Bloodborne and the Dark Souls series make my ass itch. I fucking despise them. games like that where it's permadeath. It's not a permadeath game, so it's not bad. But I honestly cannot stand games like that. I'm gonna kill that dude. Okay. This guy's like 4 levels higher than me, which in video game logic means that he's OP as shit. I know how to count, and 4 is not that much higher than 6. Or, I mean, 10 is not that much higher than 6. It's fucking 4. If I continue streaming this, guys, I'm going to try to do my best, because, like I said, I don't like Dark Souls games, and I don't like Bloodborne. They're just not fun to me. And the fact that this character's still... Oh, probably swing this little axe thing around about 200 times, me personally, and then I'd probably be like, yeah, I'm pretty fucking tired. But this guy is a fucking vampire, which means he's got super everything, and he can only swing it like 4 times, and he's just like, yeah, I should probably, you know, put a break. No, he's a doctor. Oh my sweet mother of fuck. I healed, guys. It gave me like minuscule amount of health, which normally it fills up the entire bar almost. And then I get hit twice, and that's it. That's it. That's how it works. Ah, but there's a catch, guys. If I go to a bed, I sit down, any bed belongs to me. Stronger. Does that sound fucking real? Nah, it's not fucking real, guys. Obviously, vampires are not real, but vampires are naturally strong. Can they become stronger? Yes, with training, not just by sitting on a bed being like, you know what? If I push hard enough. Alright, that's the end of that. This is probably going to be one of those games, guys, where I just follow the storyline and really not do much else than that. I don't like permadeath games. I don't like beat-em-ups. I killed these guys and they spawned again, so perfect. And it's one reason why I gave up on the game called The Surge, guys, when I was playing it, is because this feels just like it, minus the giant exosuit that I had to wear. It's the exact same game, just in a different type of reality. You know, I should have did warnings before getting this and trying it. I didn't pay for it. I actually just borrowed it off of somebody, so if I really don't like it, it's not like I lost out on anything. People did tell me that the combat is very blah, and the combat is seriously blah. And I've literally been told by many people that if you don't upgrade your stamina bar, guys, in this game, you're fucked. And I can see how that makes sense, because this character must smoke like a goddamn train, because he is absolutely terrible at either breathing or knowing how to use his energy effectively in a combat situation. Literally, if anybody's played The Surge or heard of The Surge, if you haven't heard of The Surge, go search that game up, watch a little bit of that, and then come watch this game. It's literally the exact playstyle. Could be the same developers, I have no idea. It's just retextured into a completely different reality and more of a fucking character. People actually have jobs and shit in this game. Will they actually mean stuff? In game, then that is real annoying, because I can't stand play to win games. Increase the number of bullets you carry. Nope. There's not really much on in this game. Attributes are just boring. Like, this is the skill tree? I might as well upgrade this, I guess. Alright, so I've upgraded the stamina bar, I've upgraded the health bar. Probably not going to help too much, but it is what it is. You can't please them all. Okay, what the fuck? I swear I just did this shit. What the fuck am I doing? Oh, I could literally just drain every single one of these people.
Finally, you've returned, Doctor. Did you...
Yes, nurse.
You've worked...
Duty call...
Many thanks, Doctor.
Okay, so... Alright, I could probably do this one. Find out who is spying. Spying.
That no one could believe.
Good evening,
And good evening to...
Goodbye, Dr. Strip.
I'm quite busy.
Thank you for your...
Fear and disgust.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Goodbye now.
Die, vermin! There's one of them. That's what you do with these.
Really? Level 18?
This one's mine! Please, sir. Can't let you through. Did you hear me?
Not gonna get involved in that.
should have bloody
Whatever. I'm going to end the stream off here. I hope you enjoyed what you've seen. Obviously, if you did enjoy what you see, smash that like. If you guys want to see more of this, or whatever, the comment, hit the subscribe button, guys. My name is Mr. Mayhem. I love each and every one of you. I will see you guys next stream, which will be Thursday. And until then, peace out. Come on, if I can fucking hit the button.